Hey everybody, welcome back to Derby Talk. Tommy D, Johnnie Lowe, episode number 16. We appreciate you following us on the Derby Trail. We made it. We took a look at the top 7 point leaders going into the gate. And Johnny, now we're going to look at the next 13. We're 1 week away. I know you've been doing a lot of homework here about the pedigree. What's going on, my friend?
Yeah, we've just been doing hours of research here, study. We're a week away. Everything's kind of falling into place. We're seeing a few more defections, some more horses getting in. At this point, we almost know exactly who's in the race. Might be one or two more that defect or maybe add, but for the most part, we know what's going on, and we're looking forward to that post position draw on Tuesday. See if your horse gets the one hole or if he gets a nice post to where you're comfortable betting him.
Yeah, Johnny, I mean, the Kentucky Derby puts horse racing on the map. We're going to have a lot of people watching this video that just watch the Kentucky Derby, so welcome, friends. Welcome to the Hip Horse. We're taking a look at the final 13 points going into the Derby here to the gate. And let's start with number 8, Medina Spirit. Johnny, Bob Baffert, last standing colt. A lot of hopes here. Hosier, as we said, is out. You got Life is Good gone, concert tour. So Medina Spirit, last one sticking around. Johnny, $35,000 purchase here. Finished second in the Santa Anita Derby, second in the San Felipe. Doing pretty well out here on the West Coast. Won the Robert B. Lewis. The speed figure's kind of dropping when adding distance, Johnny, but Bob Baffert here getting Johnny V aboard there has won this race 3 times himself. So let's take a look at the pedigree, Medina Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Medina Spirit's trainer, Bob Baffert, when we do our top 5 video, you guys are going to want to tune in for this one because we're going to have an unbelievable giveaway, and it's going to have something to do with one of the horses that Bob Baffert trained. Just as a hint.
Triple Crown, maybe.
You guys are going to really, really want to tune in for this. It's going to be huge. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about this, and we'll let you know more about that when we do the top 5 video, but stay tuned. Like, subscribe, keep that bell rung, get ready for that next episode.
I like it, Johnny. I like it. Big surprise giveaway here on our top 5 video, so stay tuned for that. But Johnny, Medina Spirit, what do you think about the pedigree here? Number 8 on the points list going into the Derby.
Yeah, so Medina Spirit's by Pritanico out of Mongolian Chonga, who's by Brilliant Speed. Pritanico has had very limited progeny to race, around 5 runners. Medina Spirit is his only black type winner, which is absolutely amazing, actually, to have 5 runners and one of them being a black type. Pritanico is by Giants Causeway, who sired 9 runners in the Derby, with Mr. Big News, 3rd place finish, being the best. The sire line is the Stormcat line, which has brought us winners Authentic and Justify. Medina Spirit is the first out of Mongolian Chonga, who won 1 race in 6 tries. The Fem line is unremarkable until the 4th dam, Scoop the Gold, who was black type and dropped High Yield, who won 1.17 million and finished 15th in the Derby. Broodmare sire Brilliant Speed is by Dynaformers, sire of legendary winner Barbaro, but no winners from the line as a broodmare sire.
All right, there's Medina Spirit. Bob Baffert has won this race 6 times, Johnny. If he can win 7, he'll be the winningest trainer of all time. So, might be an uphill battle. Medina Spirit, a couple of his top dogs jumping out of the race here. But let's move on to number 9, Midnight Bourbon. Steve Asmussen, this bay colt, fires every time. Won the Lecomte to start its 3-year-old campaign, 3rd in the Risen Star, 2nd in the Louisiana Derby. Windshell Thoroughbreds, got a new rider, Mike Smith aboard here. Let's talk about the pedigree, Midnight Bourbon.
Yeah, so Midnight Bourbon's a horse we've been following for a while based upon his pedigree. He's by Tisnow out of Catch the Moon, who's by Malibu Moon. Tisnow's 0 for 7 with his best finisher, Colonel John, being 6th as far as progeny that he's thrown into the Derby. The sire line goes back to the Man of War line, who was the last in the line to sire a Derby winner, which was War Admiral. That's not a plus, actually. Broodmare Catch the Moon has been outstanding with 4 runners and 4 black type, including $1.6 million earner Gervin. Second Dam Catch My Fancy was black type, dropped 9 foals, 3 of which colts, and all 3 were black types, which is really good. It looks like the Fem line here likes to produce black type winning colts. Broodmare sire Malibu Moon sired winner Orb and is the AP Indy line. Last AP Indy line Broodmare line horse to cross the finish line in the Derby. First in the Derby was Maximum Security, and last official winner was Super Saver.
Hey, there we go. Talking Midnight Bourbon for Steve Asmussen. Like I said, Mike Smith, 26 Kentucky Derbies, Johnny. Believe it or not, unbelievable. So nice to have him aboard there. He has won only 2, Giacomo and Justify, but as we know, Justify, Triple Crown winner. Let's move on to Manaloun. Brad Cox, this bay colt, 5 starts, 3 wins, and 1 third-place finish. I feel like it regressed, to start its 3-year-old campaign. 3rd in Lecomte, won the Risen Star, 2nd start of the year here. 6th in the Louisiana Derby. I had a bad trip, Johnny, so I think maybe something to look at there. Juddmont Farms, great outlet, has never won the Derby, so they want to try to get it done. Let's look at Manaloun, the pedigree there for Brad Cox and the crew.
Yeah, so Mandaloun's by Into Mischief out of Bruch, who's by Empire Maker. Into Mischief has sired 6 runners in the Kentucky Derby, including Audible, who ran 3rd, and last year's winner, Authentic, in the Derby. Into Mischief goes back to Stormcat, whose line have produced winners in 2 of the last 3 Kentucky Derbies. Surprisingly, there was a lot of talk about the curse of the Stormcat line, how they weren't winning, and recently I guess that curse has been shattered. Bruch won multiple graded stakes races in her 8-race career in Ireland. Femline is loaded with black type going back 9 generations. Most of them are also black type producers, with most dropping black type females, with Cormorant winning 243,000 plus, being a grade 1 earner, leading the way. Broodmare sire Empire Maker by Unbridled, who is the broodmare sire of Orb, is the Mr. Prospector line, also responsible for the likes of Authentic, California Chrome, Mind That Bird, and Barbaro. So it's a nice little cross there. The cross is the same as Authentic's cross.
Yeah, Manaloun, favored in all 5 starts, Johnny, so a lot of hype behind this one here. Let's move on to number 11 on the list. That's going to be Caddo River, another Brad Cox trainee, this dark bay or brown colt. 6 starts, 2 wins, and 3 seconds. Dueled it out last time with Concert Tar in the Arkansas Derby. Faded to get 3rd there, but pretty fast up front, so it's one on the Churchill Down track here, Johnny. Brad Cox and won the Smarty Jones Stakes, so not too bad here. Caddo River had a lot of hype. What's the pedigree look like?
So Caddo River is by Hardspun out of Pangburn, who's by Congrats. Hardspun ran 2nd in the Derby and has sired 4 runners with Wicked Strong, his 4th place finish being the highest placing. Hard Aces, who's by Hardspun, won a grade 1 mile-and-a-quarter 2-turn race on the dirt. And Stallion Danzig, who was the grandsire to Derby winners Sea Hero and Big Brown. So Danzig is Hardspun's sire, just to clear that up. That's where that comes in with the Big Brown and Sea Hero. Pangburn won 4 of 17 races and was multiple graded stakes placed. Out of black type mare, it is True Love. Most notable drop of the Fem line was Tank's Prospect, who earned over $1.35 million and won the Preakness. Congrats is by AP Indy out of Praise, who goes back to the La Troyenne line. I believe that's how you pronounce that. One of the strongest Fem lines when lined up with the AP Indy line, who's responsible for such horses as Essential Quality, that combo.
Yeah, we're talking Caddo River here. Brad Cox, has 3 horses in the race. First Derby and shows up with a big appearance here. 3 horses, including the top Essential Quality and Manaloun, who we just spoke about. Let's move on to number 12, Highly Motivated. Chad Brown training here. 5 starts, 2 wins, 2 place and 1 show, so always in the money. Lost to Essential Quality in the Bluegrass by a next, but pretty impressive there. Won 2 or 3 starts as a 2-year-old, and 3rd in the Gotham. Klarovich, Brown, big-time owner-trainer combo here in the U.S., and it gets Hall of Famer Javier Castellano, who's never won a Derby, Johnny, but let's take a look at Highly Motivated's pedigree.
Yeah, so Highly Motivated is by Into Mischief. We just talked about Into Mischief with Manaloun. But he's out of Strong Incentive by Warriors Reward. Strong Incentive won 2 races from 6 starts, including non-graded stakes. Jammed Love S. 3 of the first 4 gens on the Femline are black type, and all 4 are black type producers. Broodmare Sire Warriors Reward hasn't had any Derby winners top or bottom side of his pedigree. The sire line goes back to Northern Dancer, whose lines have recently been responsible for multiple winners, top and bottom. If you follow the lines for enough back to justify, had the same cross. If you follow the lines back to justify, he had the same cross basically. Is highly motivated, although it's a stretch to get there.
There we go, talking number 12, highly motivated for Chad Brown, looking at the pedigree with Johnny. And talking about pedigree, checking out my sweet hat here, the Rooster Coup. That's Johnny's little name for his pedigree crew here. And the Rooster Coup, these hats, Johnny, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so you can see the hat that Tommy D's wearing right now. It's blue, it's got the nice small logo on it. We also have bigger writing ones. We've got hats with the bigger logos on them. We've got a few different colors for you. And then these t-shirts, you can see the little logo right here. The men's t-shirts, I've got brown, green, orange, and white. Shoot us an email. Tommy's going to throw the email up there for you so you can see that. Shoot us an email and let us know if you're interested in any of the gear. It's going to be $20 for a hat, $20 for a shirt, plus shipping and handling. And if you'd like, Rooster Coup special right here, we'll do a hat and a shirt combo for $35 for you. So enjoy that, guys.
I like that for all the subscribers, Johnny, and it will be down in there. teamhiphorse@gmail is the email, just so you have it. And also, we have a Shopify store, The Hip Horse, on Shopify and Etsy, so take a look at that. New Saratoga Del Mar shirt and a Hip Horse shirt, guys. So bringing you some apparel, too. We appreciate the support. Johnny and myself, we're here throwing out some content for you, Johnny. Enough of that, but the Rooster Coup, that is Johnny, guys. So support him. Giving a lot of good knowledge here for you guys. Number 13 is going to be Helium, Johnny. Mark Casse, 3 starts, 3 wins, undefeated here. This Bay Colt won the Tampa Bay Derby last time out. Before that, both wins on the synthetic track at Woodbine, Johnny. Training at Churchill Downs, pretty nice for Mark Casse. Julian Lepereau aboard, 12 Derby starts. 4th is his best place finish. Let's take a look at number 13, Helium's pedigree.
Helium is by Ironicus out of Thundering Amelia by Thunder Gulch. Ironicus has had no runners get in the Derby, but his sire, Distorted Humor, has not only won the Derby with Funny Side, but also sired a sire of a winner with Flower Alley siring I'll Have Another. Also of note, Ironicus' Femline goes back to the powerful La Troyenne, who we just discussed was Essential Quality, as well as Caddo River's Femline. Thundering Amelia was 7 for 33, winning black type races in Peru as well as the U.S. 3 straight black type winners on the Femline, mostly running in Peru. Thunder Gulch won the Derby in '95. No horse in history has won the Derby with Mr. Prospector inbreeding on the top Y and X lines within 4 generations, like Helium has. Mind That Bird, the only one with the inbreeding base, and it was 5 on top and 3 on bottom respectively. Thunder Gulch is broodmare sire of Breeders' Cup Classic winner Bayern, so he has showed a little bit of distance on the bottom.
Hey, well, there we go. Talking number 13, Helium for trainer Mark Casse. Let's move on to number 14, Soup and Sandwich, another Mark Casse horse here. 3 starts, 2 wins, 1 second. Second in the Florida Derby behind Known Agenda last time out. 1-2 starts including Gulfstream and Tampa Bay to start the career. Lightly raced here, set the pace in the Florida Derby, Johnny. Got that Tappet sire. Tyler Gaffleone is going to get in the boot there as jockey. Did win the Preakness, for Mark Casse. But let's talk about Soup and Sandwich, number 14.
Yeah, so Soup and Sandwich is actually by Into Mischief.
Oh.
And he's out of Super Scoop. This is the 3rd horse by Into Mischief that's in the top 14 on the list here. We talked about Into Mischief enough, so look back at Mountain Balloon for more on Into Mischief. Super Scoop won 2 of 14 races, and Soup and Sandwich is the only horse to run out of Super Scoop. 3 of 4 on the Femline are black type, with Cinch, winner of approximately $365,000, being the leading male progeny. Tap has not directly had a Derby winner, top or bottom, but its stallion line has been on the bottom of classic distance winners such as Cigar, Funny Side, and Tisnow, amongst others.
Yeah, Soup and Sandwich lightly raced here, Johnny. Second in the Florida Derby. Pretty impressive here. So we'll find out here how Soup and Sandwich does. That's number 14 on the points list. Let's move on to number 15. We haven't talked about our man Todd Pletcher in a minute here. That's going to be Todd Pletcher training this chestnut colt here. 5 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds. Finished second behind stablemate Bourbonic in the Wood Memorial at 15-1. So it was getting more action than Bourbonic, guys. Union Rags, sire here, finished second to Greatest Honor in the 2-turn race at Gulfstream. We know Greatest Honor had a lot of hype here. Jose Ortiz rides in his 6th Derby. His best finish is second aboard Good Magic. DynamicOne, let's take a look at the pedigree, Johnny.
This is my biggest love-hate relationship in a pedigree with any horse in the race. And he's been working like an absolute monster. If you guys check his works out, you'll see that. DynamicOne is by Union Rags out of Beat the Drums by Smart Strike. Union Rags has had 2 runners in the Derby. Fan favorite Patch, who ran 14th, and Free Drop Billy, who ran 16th. And never sired a winner at the Grade 1 Classic distance. Beat the Drums was 0 for 2 in her short career, and none of the other 3 foals she dropped have made it to the track. But she hails from one of the most talented female lines in history. 5th generation dam drop personal ensign, arguably one of the best of all times, who is also incredible in the breeding shed, dropping 6 black type winners, including 3rd generation My Flag $1.5 million earner. Also dropped 4 black time earners, including 2nd generation Storm Flag Flying, who was a $1.95 million earner, and 3 straight generations, and and these could be the only 3 straight generations in history to be consecutive Breeders' Cup winners on the female side. Smart Strike was a broodmare sire of Mind That Bird. Top side for DynamicOne, I don't see any reason why the horse is going to want a mile and a quarter. On the bottom side, it's like, I could see this horse being an absolute monster.
All right, Johnny, number 16, Sainthood, Todd Pletcher again. We got a Dark Bay colt here, 3 wins, 1 win, 2 place. Lightly raced, 3 career starts here. Todd Pletcher has 4 starters here. This should be the highest of the odds. And it did, have a big performance on the synthetic track. I don't know if that's going to play, but Todd Pletcher has won the Derby twice. China Horse Club, Windstar, strong connections. Let's take a look at the pedigree for number 16, Sainthood.
Yeah, so Sainthood is by Mishawish out of Lemon Hero, who's by Lemon Drop Kid. Mishawish has had no runners in the Kentucky Derby, but his sire Medaglia d'Oro has had 2. Boltioro, who ran 12th, and Enticed, who ran 14th. And though he never won the Preakness with a male, he did win with Rachel Alexandra, who beat that year's Derby winner in Mind That Bird. That's Medaglia d'Oro I'm talking about here. Lemon Hero won 3 of 23 lifetime, earning close to $130,000. Her 3 full dropped, only Sainthood has 1. 2nd generation dam Bright Gold was also black type. For the most part, the line is unremarkable, with early entry earning $444,000 being the best male to drop. Lemon Drop Kid or King Mambo line have no winners top or bottom, but I would consider it a stamina line on the bottom of the Mr. Prospector vein. Lemon Drop Kid did win the Belmont.
Hey, we like that. We like to hear that. We're talking number 16, Sainthood for Todd Pletcher there. Let's move on to number 17, Hidden Stash. Victoria Oliver making her first appearance in the Kentucky Derby. Rafael Bejarano is going to be aboard. He's been in 9 derbies. His best finish is 4th. This one needs to improve in the figures, but it did finish 2nd in the Tampa Bay Derby behind Helium. 4th in the Bluegrass. Has a 2-turn win at Churchill Downs, so you got to like that. The owners, BBN Racing, got to give a little shout out to the Syracuse connections. Jim Boeheim, a basketball coach, and Adam Weitzman are the owners here. So, guys, I'm wishing you luck here, but let's talk about the pedigree. Number 17, Hidden Stash, Johnny.
All right, so Hidden Stash. Hidden Stash is by Constitution out of Making Mark Money. I absolutely love that name, who's by Smart Strike. Constitution sired last year's Kentucky Derby runner-up at 3-5 with Tis the Law in his first crop, and is by Tappet, who sired this year's presumable favorite Essential Quality. The last direct horse in the in the bloodline to sire a Derby winner was Seattle Slew, with Swale winning in 1984. The pedigree gets interesting on the bottom side, although no horse this century has won the Derby without a black-type broodmare within 5 generations in the femline. Hidden Stash has a Bold Ruler La Troyenne femline cross, which is responsible for a plethora of monsters, and the female in the femline itself has produced multiple Derby winners. As recently as Super Saver, and California Chrome was inbred to the line on the bottom side, and Smarty Jones also rode that line to victory. Again, Smart Strike is the broodmare sire of Winter Mind That Bird. And just a little side note, from the top of the pedigree, the male Y line to the XY line to the fem line, it's really, really similar to the cross that Essential Quality has.
Hey, there we go. We're talking number 17, Hidden Stash. Strong cues, connections. This one looks to be coming late, Johnny, if it's going to be in the mix. Let's move on to number 18, Besos. Gregory Foley, it's going to be a second start. Had a contender last year in the Derby. Marcelino Pedroza, this is going to be his first Kentucky Derby in the boot there. Fourth in the Risen Star last time out when going around 2 turns. Third in the Louisiana Derby, just missing behind Midnight Bourbon. And then, 2013 winner, Orb is the sire, Johnny, and so tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so Besos is by Orb out of Snugs and Kisses by Soto. Besos will be Orb's first runner to post in the Derby, although Orb did win the Derby, and sire Malibu Moon has had 7 runners to post. Snugs and Kisses won 12 of 32, earning $288,000, and is the only black type in the femline within 5 generations. She also dropped black type winner Transatlantic Kiss and 6-figure earner 6%. Soto traces back to the deputy minister line, who has thrown the likes of Austin McGann and broodmare sire of Justified Ghost Sapper.
There we go. We're talking about Besos at number 18. Looking at the pedigree with Johnny here. Number 19. Before we move on to number 19, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell. We got our top 5 coming up here on Monday. We're going to be putting it out on Monday right before the draw. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's move on to number 19. Get Her Number. Peter Miller, Bay Colt here. This horse has 5 starts, 2 wins. Received 10 points from a Grade 1 American Pharaoh as a 2-year-old, Johnny. 7th in the Rebel, 4th in the Arkansas. Picked up a couple more points and snuck in here. This is Peter Miller's 3rd Kentucky Derby starter. Let's take a look at number 19. Get Her Number.
Yeah, so Get Her Number is by Dialed In and out of Fancier by Bernstein. Dialed In has had 1 runner in the Derby, Gunnavera, who finished 7th. Eventually, he was a runner-up in the Breeders' Cup Classic, so he did eventually get the distance. Sire Mineshaft has had 6 in the Derby, with Nero running 2nd, which is something I definitely like to see, a horse who's sired a horse that's finished in the top 3. Dialed In ran 8th in his appearance. Fancier won 3 of 10 races, and both of her offspring have won. 2 of the first 4 on the femline are black type, with Shy Dawn being the most productive, dropping opening verse, who won nearly $1.7 million. Bernstein, the broodmare sire, is best known for siring Caraconti as well as Supermare Tepin, and had a lot of success in South America as well. He's by Stormcat, whose broodmare lines are responsible for as a broodmare sire. His lines are responsible for Nyquist as well as American Pharaoh.
Hey, there we go. That's number 19, Get Her Number. Pretty strong connections there with owner Gary Barber. Let's move on to number 20 on the list, Johnny. We're moving right along to the last one here. Number 20, King Fury, sneaking in here. Kenny McPeak, this chestnut colt, has 6 starts and 3 wins. Won the Lexington last out on a sloppy track, so pay attention to the weather. Giving 20 points, and with all the scratches, snuck in there, Johnny. 2 wins at the mile and a 16th at Churchill Downs. McPeak has had 6 Derby starters. Best finish was 2nd with the Tejano run. Brian Hernandez Jr., his regular rider, 3rd start in the Derby. 8th was his best finish. I know you love Curlin Sire, Johnny. Talk to us about this one.
I cannot tell you guys how excited I am that this horse got into this race. Although he didn't run in the biggest prep race, the Lexington was definitely the undercard of the prep races. But the fact of the matter is he ran huge off that big layoff in the slop. He came back, worked really well this morning, And like you said, he's by Curlin. What can go wrong when you're by Curlin? So King Fury is by Curlin out of Terrace, who's by Flatter. We went over Curlin's pedigree as a sire in our top 7 video, but I'll go over it one more time for you guys just so you can get the information here. Curlin's had 8 runners. He's yet to win the Derby, but he's had 2 runner-ups with Exaggerator and Good Magic. Exaggerator did go on to win the Preakness. He has sired a horse that won the Belmont with Palace Malice, and he's won the Breeders' Cup Classic as well with Vina Rosso. Keen Ice won the Travers. Idol won the Santa Anita Handicap, and he's no stranger to winning the Classic distance. His sire, Smart Strike, sired 2 third-place finishers, including Curlin himself, in 6 tries as a stallion. And Smart Strike is the only horse this century to sire 2 Preakness winners.
Wow.
It is a very potent line, and if you look at it, looking at Lucky, who was sired by Smart Strike, also sired a, I guess, somewhat Kentucky Derby winner in Country House. So those are some connections up top we really have to pay attention to. And then we look at the bottom side. Terrace won 8 of 13 starts and earned over $1 million during her career. Her second generation Dam Comedy dropped 3 black type earners. Her third generation Dam Don't Be Silly won over $300,000 in her career and was black type as well. Flatter nor Full Brother Congrats have been Broodmare Sire winners in any of the Grand Slam series races. Only Flatter has had a horse to go to post with 18th place Upstart, but Flatter has a very strong fem line and a good stamina genes to pass along from the AP Indy line, which increases his value on the bottom side of a pedigree, and it's a really nice cross.
Yeah, I kind of like Kenny McPeak. Had a conversation with him not too long ago, and loves the way King Fury's coming into the race, Johnny. So this Chestnut Colt sneaking in, so not bad at number 20. So we just went through from 8 to 20 on the Kentucky Derby point list. We appreciate you following us once again. Rooster Coup hats, Rooster Coup shirts. Email us. The email will be down below. Also, Shopify the Hip Horse. We also appreciate you guys. Hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, throw down in the comments what you think about the pedigree or whatever you want to throw into the mix. We do appreciate you. We love that the horse race fans come on and join and throw in comments. Anything else, Johnny?
Yeah, if you missed our top 7 point getter video, go ahead and check that out. A lot of good information for you there. And then stay tuned for our top 5. I think this year's Derby is really wide open. Our top 5, maybe, hopefully it'll narrow down your pick. See what we could do to help you hit that big super high 5 this year, and maybe catch that 6-figure ticket. Who knows? Yeah,
let's do it, Johnny. It seems wide open this year. So Kentucky Derby 2021, you're on the Hip Horse. We appreciate you, and make sure you watch top 5. We got an awesome giveaway, guys. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next time. Episode 16, Derby Talk, everybody. We're 1 week away. We'll see you next week.